Group will introduce Polymarket, a decentralized prediction market platform that plays a unique role in the DeFi ecosystem. Let's start with what Polymarket actually is. Launched in 2020, it's built on the Polygon blockchain and allow users to trade on the outcomes of real-world events using USDC, a stablecoin. These events can cover anything from politics and sports to the economy. What makes Polymarket different is that it doesn't rely on any central authority. Instead, it uses smart contracts to manage everything transparently, giving users full control over their funds. Now, why does Polymarket matter? Traditional prediction systems like surveys or centralized betting often have issues like bias, outdated data, or lack of transparency. Polymarket fixes this by creating an open and trustless environment where people invest in their predictions. Because users put money on the line, only the most informed and confident predictions tend to survive, filtering out noise and improve accuracy. So how does it actually work? It's pretty simple. Users buy shares tied to yes or no question about future events. The price of these shares between $1 and $0 reflects the market's perceived probability of that event happening. If the outcome is correct, your share pay out $1. If not, it was less. Everything market creation, trading, and settlement is done through smart contracts on Polygon. What really sets Polymarket apart in the DeFi world is non-custodial nature. Users never give up control of their assets. There are no intermediaries, just code. It combines default truth, oracle systems, and prediction market theory to create a censorship-resistant and transparent platform. Speaking of oracles, Polymarket mainly uses UMA's optimistic oracle to resolve market customs. This means anyone can propose an answer and others can change it with a certain time. It's a decentralized alternative to have a central judge, but it does come with risks, like manipulation or technical failure. On the bright side, decentralization brings a lot of advantages. Since no central authority is in control, it's much harder to censor or shut down. The blockchain guarantees transparency and immutability, and people from around the world can join freely, except in restricted regions. Plus, smart contracts help reduce human error and ensure fairness. But of course, there are challenges to new users often find it hard to get started, especially if they are unfamiliar with Web3 wallet. Also, relying on Oracle means the system is only trustworthy as its data source, and due to regulatory issues, it's blocked in places like the US, France, and Singapore. Lastly, even though Polygon has low fees, some actions like challenging results can still be costly.
I will be walking through the token mechanism of Polymarket and also share a quick look at its advantages and disadvantages. Let's start with the basics. Polymarket is a decentralized prediction market where users bet on outcomes using USDC, not a native token. That's already pretty unique. The platform doesn't charge fees and it's running smoothly thanks to venture capital. Now, if Polymarket were to introduce a token in the future, it would probably serve three main roles: governance, incentives, and profits. First, from a governance point of view, token could allow users to vote on decisions, helping to decentralize the platform and get the community more involved. Second, token can be used as incentive tools. A token could reward users to participating and providing liquidity. Right now, activity is mostly driven by prediction interest. In 2024, trading volume peaked, but it dropped in early 2025. That shows a need for stronger incentives to keep users engaged over time. Third is there is a profit model. If Polymarket adds more fees or services in the future, Token holders could earn part of the profit through staking. This would connect platform growth to user rewards. Alright, so what are the main pros and cons? Let's start with the good stuff. First, it's non-custodial and transparent. You control your keys, and everything is no-chain. Second, it's cheap and fast thanks to the Polygon network. Third, is secure. The code has been audited, and there is a bug bounty to catch issues early. But it's not perfect. There are two big concerns. In 2022, the CFTC fined Polymarket for not registering properly. That's made it harder for them to operate in the US. And then Polymarket relies on third-party oracles like UMA to settle outcomes. That's efficient, but it opens the door to manipulation. In fact, in 2025, a big vote was manipulated and it caused a lot of controversy. To wrap up, Polymarket is innovative and it has a lot of potential. But if it wants to scale further, a well-designed token system could play a key role as long as it's done carefully.
Hello, I'm Qingyu Hu. I will cover technical perspective, operational management level, industry competition level, legal compliance, and market volatility. This aspect will be introduced for risk analysis. First, from a technical perspective, potential technical flaws and cybersecurity threats could damage user assets. Secondly, at the operational management level, the Polymarket platform is not widely used, which may affect users' trading experience and fund security. Thirdly, at the industry competition level, Polymarket has competing platforms, which may have an impact on Polymarket's market share and the size. And then here are some details about risk compliance. Polymarket global legal regulatory is not complete, and there are compliance challenges arising. Investors may have difficulty seeking effective legal remedies. Cross-border regulation is complex. If a certain country introduces new regulatory policies, the platform may need to make large-scale adjustments. In terms of market volatility, Polymarket predicts that the price trends of the market is uncertain, and participants may face economic losses caused by sharp market fluctuations. This lack of liquidity significantly increases transactions costs and market uncertainty risks. The sixth aspect is the risk field of the financial technology. The user credit assessment system is different from traditional financial institutions, making it difficult to prevent violations. The smart contract system and the trading infrastructure need to be developed subjected. And then is the risk field of the decentralization. The operation of Polymarket is dependent on smart contracts. If discovered by hackers, it may lead to problems such as stolen funds. The execution of smart contracts is automated. If there are errors in the logic of the contract, it may cause losses to customers. Next, it is about market manipulation and fraud. Some operators may spread false information to mislead the public, causing them to change their expectation of a certain event in the market. It is difficult to track down. Some traders may first raise the price of the expected contracts to attract other investors to follow suit and buy, and then sell a high price, causing the price down and resulting in losses for investors. The platform operator or some key participants may abandon the project or change the platform operation rules, resulting in investors' access being cashed out or depreciated. The platform may restrict transactions or withdrawals. Finally, Polymarket is one of the world's largest prediction market platforms. It involves the gambling industry and is based on the blockchain technology, featuring decentralization and transparency, but face risks such as regulation, security, and market manipulation in different countries. Here is the references of our group. Thank you for your listening.